nobody can use his name in products when it comes to like CD or VCDs if they have filed for it. And countries, one thing about trademark is that you need to designate the countries that you wish to protect the trademark. So you can't file one trademark application to cover the entire world. So there is something called a Madrid Protocol application, which can cover potentially about a few hundred countries. But that one, you need to also choose the countries that you want to register your trademark. So in Southeast Asia, if you want to protect your trademark in whole Southeast Asia, you need to file it in each and every of the country. But whereas in Europe, you can always, European Union in particular, you can file one trademark to designate the entire European Union. You can, in Africa also, there is one French-speaking countries also where you can file one trademark to cover a few French-speaking African countries. So you will need to designate the countries that you wish to register and what countries would be most suitable, of course, the country of your origin. And in Malaysia, let's look at Malaysia. Unfortunately, based on my search, Nico David has not filed any trademark. Leslie, you can tell your friend that she did not file any trademark for any products. But Lee Chong-wei has diligently filed a lot of his trademarks, in particular for advertising. Apparently he does advertising services, and probably because of his endorsement of products. Games, sporting events, and services and merchandises. So Chong-wei, strangely, he only filed it in his initials, his Chinese name and two given names, and this logo which I have not seen before. But other sports persons, I tried to search for people like the Siti Saleh, footballer. I tried to search his, he didn't file trademarks apparently. So anyone who's friends with him, perhaps you can tell him. Even Farouk Kami also, I don't think he filed any trademarks. So friends of theirs, maybe they want to consider. In respect of celebrities in Malaysia, the only well-known one I could think of is Siti Nurhaliza. Did file his trademark, her trademark for, I think, Siti Nurhaliza Entertainment Services in Berhad. It was a trademark in Class 35 in respect of advertising, I think. So one thing we can draw from this conclusion is that our sports person and celebrities are not big in filing trademarks in Malaysia. It doesn't cost a lot. One trademark application in one class, if you get an agent to do it for you, is about 2,500 ringgit. So 2,500 ringgit for 10 years, and you can renew it perpetually every 10 years, and you own it forever. So let's say if you are so well known after you die, let's say for example like Bob Marley, after his death, people still his estate still control his trademark, or even for Elvis Presley, Bruce Lee, these people they have filed the trademarks and they protect their estate protects it really well. If you want to use the trademark for anything, you need to go and get permission and pay a licensing fee. And these are the two trademarks that I found when doing search. Do you think this is Lee Chong-wei's trademark? Or do you think this is a Lin Dan's trademark? These two were filed for clothing. So a search on the history would reveal that this was actually not filed by Lee Chong-wei himself. It was filed by a company, I don't want to recall, I don't want to say the name because I don't want to be sued for defamation. But anyway, that company has really been dissolved apparently. And from my suspect is that probably these people wants to use his name to sell clothes, so that whenever kids see a jersey with Lee Chong-wei's name, they'll say, when I wear this, I can play as good as Lee Chong-wei. So this, of course, the name brings some sort of value to the shirt. So these two, I did highlight to Chong-wei's agent anyway. So hopefully he will do something about it. And Lin Dan as well, he did not file a trademark in Malaysia, although his name is well known in Malaysia. So perhaps he did file in China, that I didn't check. And other than that, there's of course another thing called domain names. Domain names is the cheapest you can get lah. I mean, if you're a sports celebrity or some form of celebrity, you should at least go register your domain name. It's only $16 a year or less than that. You get a .com, and then you more or less secure, and you renew it every year. You more or less get it forever. If not, if someone had registered it before you, then you need to go for something called a domain dispute resolution. And this was done by Wayne Rooney. Back then, according to the facts of the case, when Wayne Rooney was still a very young footballer, probably when he was 16 and he scored a wonder goal against Arsenal, I think it was Arsenal, his name suddenly became very famous. So this person, Mr. Marshall, decided to file a trademark decided to register the domain name waynerooney.com and use it for himself or for do advertising, so put some sort of advertising to earn some money there. And of course, he claims to be a big fan of Wayne Rooney, and he has the right to it for being a fan page. So after deliberation, anyway, the Wayne Rooney's image right company is called Stonygate 48. So after they disputed the matter in the WIPO domain dispute resolution, it was decided that the domain name be transferred back to Wayne Rooney. There are actually a lot more of these celebrities' the names being taken, registered by third parties, and all this domain dispute resolution is actually not cheap. If you pay for a single arbitrator, that will be a few $1,000 US. If you go for 3 arbitrators, you have a choice, 1 or 3. 3 arbitrators then will be more expensive. And the last part I want to cover is the use of the names of celebrities and a sports person on the social media scene. Nowadays, if you register, let's say, if you go to Facebook, you type the top name Wayne Rooney, or you type the name Lee Chong Wei on the search box, you find a lot of duplicated pages. You will probably find his official page there. But other people will be using it for other purposes. Some people like to use it for a fan page. That is fine. According to in deciding whether a person can actually register a username based on a sports person or celebrity's name, you will need to look at the terms and conditions of the service provider. So of course you can always go to court to fight it, but the cheapest way is of course to file a complaint with the service provider itself. So let's say someone is on Twitter, for example. This is all based on Twitter. If someone decides to use Wayne Rooney, twitter.com/Wayne Rooney, would that person be able to use that name or not? So the Twitter rules, the terms of use, terms of services, would say that if you are using it as a parody account or a fan account, that is fine. But you must give full disclosure that this is a parody or a fan account. So one example they gave is that you can start the nickname not Wayne Rooney, or I am not Wayne Rooney, or I hate Wayne Rooney, or whatever. But basically you must give a disclosure that this is a parody or a fan account. So next one is the username squatting, and a lot of people like to do username squatting. Apparently you can even buy and sell usernames online, so which I find it strange, but there's another way to make money. But if you are username squatting, you register the domain, you register a username such as, for example, on even on Instagram, even on Twitter. You can file, if you are username squatting, you can file a complaint with the account, the service provider, and they will do it necessary. I had one case involving Twitter. Unfortunately, the client did it himself, but unfortunately, there was nothing that came about that. It was actually a very difficult process. But nevertheless, if you have a complaint, you can try filing it. And if you're impersonating someone, I think there was one case where our diver, Pandalela, she had, can't remember, was it Twitter or Facebook account, someone was parodying her account as if it was her account. And in the newspaper, she said she didn't do it, she wasn't her. So that account apparently got removed after that. Anyway, Pandalela is now very active on Instagram. And why these are useful for them is because they can always do product endorsement by themselves directly on their Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter account. So, for example, let's say Pandalela, she will just take a picture of herself with a Samsung phone, and then the bottom there says that, oh, had a great day today, and then hashtag Samsung. So don't know how many million users, followers will look at it, and it became some form of advertisement for her. So in a way, it becomes a extra revenue for her. So on top of her sponsorship deals and other things, these are the other ways where all the celebrities, they all make money from the online world. That's all I have today. The next speaker would be Siti Sharom on tax laws. Thank you.